Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I want to talk about Nas X and his latest, the products that he dropped. Recently, we've been getting this buzz about Lil Nas X's Satan shoes that he just dropped with Nike and Mischief. And a lot of people are not happy about it because of the way the shoe was made. So, Lil Nas X released his music, Call Me By Your Name, and it's very good music. Lil Nas X makes very good music, and his visuals is what you would expect, just as it was from Holiday. It was very creative, very interesting to look at, and fun and thought-provoking at the same time. So it has very nice visuals. I love the music. So yeah, a lot of people were praising him because this is sort of like his extra coming out, because he already came out, because he's been posting about how people, when he was growing up, they tried to make him feel bad about who he was and, as far as his orientation, if you know what I'm talking about. So yeah, this is him just really breaking free and expressing a lot of his thoughts. The music was very interesting. It had this aesthetic of demons and Satan and bad. And Lil Nas X has been edging towards this for a while, even in Holiday, in his track Holiday. Even though he dressed as Santa Claus in a way, it still had that feeling of you don't really get the feeling that the Santa was a good person the way that his look was. It was just very edgy, very sharp, and I can kind of see the Satan aesthetic peeking through his Santa aesthetic in Holiday, right? So I thought that was a nice look. However, with this track, Call Me By Your Name, that he dropped, he decided to release this shoe that had a drop of blood mixed with ink that was injected into the sole of the Nike shoes. And it's creating a lot of buzz because a lot of people are not liking where this is going. And this is what they want. This was the idea. It's supposed to create this kind of dialogue. It's supposed to move people to react. It's basically supposed to generate a lot of clout for the product, because that is what Mischief does. So I'm going to talk about Mischief, the company and the founder, a little bit later. But so yeah, that is why a lot of people are not liking this product. It's the drop of blood that is in the shoe. And it is coming across as if Lil Nas X is taking things a little bit too far, and people are starting to turn away from supporting him the way they previously were, because at this point, it's starting to seem as though he is starting to mix religion a little bit too much with his music, which is basically aimed at making money, expressing himself, but also making money. And people don't like how closely he's associating his money making with the Christianity religion, and I think that is what is rubbing people the wrong way. When I first saw the product, I kind of felt a little bit as though he may be disrespecting Christianity a little bit, and I think I'm not the only person who thinks that. Here's the thing, he probably is a Christian, I don't know. But a lot of people that are Christians or that were raised Christians tend to feel very comfortable disrespecting Christianity. And I think that they disrespect that religion in the same way that they would not disrespect someone else's religion. And I think it's because they are part of the Christianity religion. So people say very negative things about Christianity, and they seem to forget the human aspect of Christianity, which is perhaps the flaws maybe with the people practicing it, not the religion itself. He seems to be doing that very comfortably. He would not disrespect Islam or other religions the same way. He probably, Nas X, does not think he's disrespecting the religion. He probably thinks that he's just being artistic and expressing himself in a way that correspond to the times that we live in. But other people feel that he is taking things a little bit too far, and I feel like he should pay attention to that. So I did feel very negatively towards the products, but as I learned more about Mischief and the product itself, I came to find that, you know what, Mischief has done this before. This is not a new concept. They put a little twist to their Jesus shoes, but it's basically about the same thing. The Jesus shoes also had a Bible verse, Matthew 14, verse 25, and it talked about when Jesus walked on water. So, yeah, the concept is not new. It's just a twist to reflect Nas X's video. Luke 10:18 is a Bible verse that says, I saw Satan fall to earth like lightning from heaven. And that corresponds to a scene in his music video for Call Me by Your Name. And so yeah, it's just a reflection of his message in the video, and it's kind of translated to the shoes. So let me talk a little bit about the message behind his video for Call Me by Your Name. So I know that Nas X is trying to take back the power that was taken away from him as a result of his orientation, and how people tried to make him feel bad for being who he is. And so he had a lot of messages in this video, showcasing that, what he thought, and how he was redeeming himself, and trying to portray himself as just another person who's trying to live his life and who's trying to find love. The inscription on the tree is the same thing. It pertains to romance, and basically just trying to explain who he is and how he's not very different from other people. And he is embracing himself. It also shows a lot about people's perception that, he's a bad person because of who he is, and he's taking the crown. And basically, he's trying, the overall theme that I'm getting from this, and I'm including his Instagram and Twitter posts as well, is that he is trying to say that he is reclaiming his power despite all the people that tried to make him feel bad for being who he is. That's the overall message, right? But I feel like the irony of it is that he is perpetuating what those people were saying. So if he's trying to say that he's not a bad person just because of his orientation, why would he then make a video that shows himself basically falling from heaven and becoming Satan? Because in the end, we can see that he took over, he got rid of the previous Satan that was sitting on the throne, and he became Satan. So why would he try to perpetuate what people have been telling him, and that put him in such a negative headspace, by showing himself falling from good to evil? That's what, that I know that the aesthetic is more cool to look at, and being good is not as cool as being bad, and the merch, the shoe wouldn't work if he went from evil to good. But I feel like he's sending mixed messages. He's saying that he wants to be accepted, and that people with his orientation are not bad just because they are who they are. But that's not what he's showing in his video. I don't know. I feel like he sacrificed his message for the visuals at that point, because it's cooler to look bad and dress like the devil and wear all these devil costumes and stuff. But anyway, that's all I have to say about his video. But I want to talk about Mischief and the founder. So the founder of Mischief, the brand that collaborated with Nas X to make this Satan shoes, is called Gabriel Whaley. He used to work for BuzzFeed some time ago. He's a very artistic person, and basically, very, very basically, he likes to, well, the company likes to release products that will generate a buzz on the internet. They have worked with many different brands. They've released, as I said earlier, Jesus shoes with a different brand, and they have released many consumer products, from bath products to some clothing and fashion products. So this Gabriel Whaley guy is the person behind this Jesus slash Satan shoe concept, and the idea is just, it's very basic. It's just to generate clout. Okay, that's basically what it is. We can go into the artistic part of it and try to make this a bigger thing than it is, but it's really not that complicated. He just makes things that will make people talk and draw attention to the product. And putting a drop of blood inside of a shoe will obviously, achieve that. So that's what they did. And when you think about the company's concept, you don't really feel as annoyed by the product as you previously would if you didn't know who was behind the product. So it's not just Lil Nas X's video. It's a concept that's been around before. This Gabriel Whaley guy and his company Mischief has done this before. So it's just a collaboration for a product. And I think that people should not read too much more into it than they need to. I don't think Nas X's intention was to disrespect anybody's religion or Christianity. Let's just say it. It's Christianity. I don't think that was his intention necessarily. He just, it's all about clout. The more clout you get, the more money you get, the more famous you get, and, the more successful overall. So that's what this is about. It's really not that deep. So yeah, that's all I have to say on the Satan shoes. It's a nice looking pair of shoes, but I think I prefer the Jesus shoes. It just looks less attention seeking. It just looks like a nice clean pair of shoes, while the Satan shoes looks like someone's really trying to get your attention. And yeah, no. Okay, so that's all for this video. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.